your name is hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
and my man's in them just dropped this game called It's called the Questions, a hip hop trivia game. I played it before. It's pretty dope. It just dropped. Y'all can cop it wherever you want to cop it at, wherever you buy games, and you can get it on thequestions.com, I believe. But they got little cards where they ask you hip hop questions.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm gonna ask a couple hip hop questions on my own, just starting out,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just gonna keep it progressing. And I'm gonna start answering joints off of the cards. And some of the subjects on the cards are digging in the crates, burn Hollywood burn,
Gotcha.
and check the rhyme.
Oh.
All right, so before we get
Good
out of here,
category.
hip hop. Being that your name is hip hop, I really just got to find out if you know your hip hop. You really can't be walking around with that name. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
you can't be walking around with that name and be slouching, bro. So this is what I'm gonna do. Off the rip, I'm gonna just start asking you some regular questions. Give me. Can you name 2 members of the Fat Boys?
Oh yeah, Prince Marky D and Buff.
Okay. All right. Cool. Like that. Easy. What borough was Special Ed from?
From Brooklyn,
Okay. All right. Bet.
the Dollar Cab Land.
Okay. Can you name me a group or artist out, from the group or the conglomerate organized noise that is not named Outkast?
A group or artist?
Or artists out of organized noise that isn't Outkast?
Dang, I had the wrong confession. Damn. I'm gonna go with Cool Breeze.
Okay. Yeah. Cool Breeze. Bet. Can you name me a hip hop artist out of Miami, Florida that's not Rick Ross?
Denzel Curry.
Okay. All right. LL Cool J said that he wanted a girl that was standing at the bus stop. And what was she doing?
I sucking on a lollipop.
Okay. All right. Now we're gonna get into some of these cards. That was my teaser round. This round right here is called Check the Rhyme.
Uh-huh.
In her song The Jump Off, Lil' Kim boasted that she could make a can of this particular soda disappear in her mouth. Was it A, Pepsi, B, Dr. Pepper, C, Sprite, or D, Coca-Cola?
Okay. Guess what?
What?
I A&R'd that album.
Okay.
I gave her the jump off beat.
Woo!
And it's a Sprite.
Okay, so it is a Sprite. It is a
Mhm.
Sprite. This next category is big moves, where they talk about moves made in hip hop. In the 1982, this actor comedian charted on the R&B charts with a hip hop parody song called "Boogie in Your Butt." Was that A, Dan Aykroyd, B, Eddie Murphy, C, Red Fox, or D, Robin Williams?
Damn.
Song was called "Boogie in Your Butt." Pause.
Definitely Red Fox.
And that was Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy had a song called "Boogie in
Damn.
Your Butt."
Damn.
Now, being that you
I took him out because I didn't think he was doing nothing in 82 like that, but it makes sense though.
in 82, Eddie Murphy was doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do. That nigga was a superstar.
I was thinking about Party All the Time. That was
Right.
like later on though, right?
Right,
Party All the
yes.
Time was like 85, 86, man.
Now, this one is up your alley. This one is from a category called Digging in the Crates.
Uh-huh.
In 2012, Lord Finesse filed a lawsuit against the record label of this deceased artist due to an uncleared sample. Is it A, ASAP Yams, B, Mac Miller, C, Pop Smoke, or D, Juice WRLD?
Woo! Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was a
Alright,
tough one.
good
I
one,
remember
good
that
one.
one. That was my boy too. He was a good kid.
Yeah, nah, he definitely was. Now, this one right here is from a category called Burn Hollywood Burn, where we talk about how LA infiltrated the movie and the film world. Question is, Saturday Night Live banned this hip-hop artist crew after they lit up a joint live on stage during their performance. Was this group A, Cypress Hill? Was it B, Snoop Dogg? Was it C, Wiz Khalifa? Or D, the Wu-Tang Clan? Who lit up a joint live while they were performing on Saturday Night Live?
Wow. Those are all 4 good ones, too.
Yeah. Cypress Hill, Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, or Wu-Tang Clan. They got banned for life for that.
Off top, I thought Wu-Tang.
Okay.
And I'm going to stay with that.
Okay. You know what? And that would be Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill would never be on SNL again in their life.
Like I can see them obviously, but I just thought that Wu-Tang would just
because
be more
there's so many,
disrespectful.
so many cats.
Yeah, and that's just what they was doing. I just feel like they was just lighting up anywhere they went with a, you know what I mean, with a whole disrespectful thing.
Yeah.
But they was trying to make a statement.
Right. All right, this is my last one. This is out of the batch called Check the Rhyme. Main Source used this sport as a metaphor for police brutality on their seminal album Breaking Atoms.
Oh, that was my favorite album.
Was it A, baseball, B, basketball, C, football, or D, foosball?
Pickleball. I just play.
Wiffle ball.
Baseball for sure.
Yes, just a friendly game of baseball. I love that song.
I love that album. That album really changed my shit. You know, the funny thing about that album is that I got introduced to them because I was listening to like too much NWA, and my counselor suggested I listen to Main Source, and he asked me to do a report on the song. Watch Roger do his thing.
Yes, I was just about to name that.
So I had to write a whole report on it because he just felt like hip hop is the way to get to me type of thing.
Right.
So he was like, "Why don't you listen to this type of hip hop and see what you think about it?" And from that day on, he always been like my favorite. That's why when Nas came out, I was like already a Large Professor fan. I already, you know, from Money in the Bank to all of that. You know what I mean?
I always remembered. We all know Roger. Roger lives in Queens.
Brooklyn. Yeah, for sure.
The fly guy with glasses. Yeah,
and then it was that song on the album that was like, during those years, everybody had one of those records.
Yeah, talking about somebody's plight.
Yeah, kind of like Love's Gonna Get You. Love's Gonna Get You was like probably the best one. That was the one that was like,
okay, Brenda's got a baby type vibe.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have something where it's like, you know, we need something for the radio.
I never seen a man die. You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit.
Yeah, so, you know, something real positive with a positive twist to it.
Here's a little story that must be told.
And it goes a little something like this.